Hi, Dave Drozjock, class of 1979.
Hi, my name is Matt Dortch, Wayne Valley, class of 2008.
Hi, I'm Thomas Schneider, class of 1999.
My name is Christopher Pantale. I graduated in 2008. And football, in one word, means to me teamwork.
My name is Grant Ferrauilo. I play football for Wayne Valley, class of 2017. And Wayne Valley football to me, in one word, means everything.
Football is family.
Football is commitment.
Hello, I'm Nick Barone, class of 2024.
Brian Blake, class of 2024.
In one word for me that describes football is family.
One word I can describe football as is camaraderie.
I want to start by thanking you for coming in for our first episode. It's clear you have a great passion for the sport and the program, and I'm happy that you're here to interview because without you, this wouldn't be possible. So let's begin. When did you start playing football, and did you begin before high school, or was Wayne Valley your introduction into football?
I started playing football in middle school, and I played for Wayne PAL.
Second grade, tackle. I was for the Wayne Boys and Girls Club in town. I actually played flag football. It started before kindergarten, like 3 years old, in the local part of Packanack on the field. So I've been playing football for a long time, in part of my
I
life.
started playing football about as young as you can start playing. So I think I started playing tackle football maybe in second grade. A lot of my teammates from Pee Wee football on up were also my high school teammates. So that's really where we developed our bond. And we had such a close-knit team because we had been playing all those years.
Both been teammates our whole life. And we both started in I started in third grade, he was there in third grade. I don't know if you started earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I started in fourth grade. I went to Panthers, and then I went to PAL in sixth grade, and then I played with him since then.
I've been playing Panthers my whole life up until seventh grade. I quit 1 year, and then I came back and I played PAL in eighth grade.
I started playing football in the sixth grade at the PAL. I played for 3 years at the PAL, and then I came to Wayne Valley as a freshman.
Football for me started when I was about 8 years old. I started out at Wayne PAL. I played at the boys club for a couple years after that, and then I made my way into playing for Wayne Valley High School for 4 years and loved every minute of it.
Okay, and what position did you play, and were there instances where you had to change positions? Do you think versatility is a crucial part in the sport?
Yeah, so I played multiple positions when I was playing football in high school and growing up. On both sides of the football, I would play corner, safety. On offense, I would play wide receiver, running back, tight end, quarterback sometimes. And I think versatility and knowing the field and knowing how to play each position will help you out in the grand scheme of things. I feel as if you know multiple positions, you know what the other person's supposed to be doing, and it'll just help you out.
Yeah, so I could go back to Pee Wee football. I played, and in high school I played tight end, running back, defensive end, linebacker. But to your point, that's crucial. I think not only in football should you be able to play multiple positions, but I think in multiple sports you should be able to, or not playing multiple sports, but you should be able to play multiple sports. I think.
I played guard on offense, and I played linebacker on defense. I was mostly a defensive player. I played a little bit as a junior at guard, but we had some guys back in the senior year, so I didn't really play much on offense. I think versatility is very, very important. Thinking back on it, if I could have moved positions on offense, maybe I could have played a little bit more there because I wasn't the biggest lineman. So it's possible that I could have played a little bit more, but I played every snap on defense, and but I do think position versatility is very important to give coaching staff options, give yourself options to get them home.
Yeah, I was a running back and defensive back, and as a defensive back, I played free safety, strong safety, corner, and it definitely is important to be versatile.
I'm a running back and I'm a middle linebacker. And I changed positions my whole life. I grew up just being wide receiver or corner. And that freshman year, I was a fullback, a speed H, and a DN.
Yeah.
And then my sophomore year, I was outside linebacker, running back, and then this year they just switched me to middle linebacker. But I've been a running back basically my whole high school career.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been a quarterback my whole life, and I've always played defense too. But since like high school started, I've always played like strong safety. So I'm still doing that on defense, and then this year on offense, I'm playing quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. So I can do like everything. Basically.
Is there anything in the program you change differently, or do you like how it is now? Have you seen any changes since like your freshman year?
I think Coach Collins does a good job.
Yeah, it's nothing changed. I think it's
Now they're tough.
yes, tough. But yeah, I think the way the program's run is great, and we like to continue that every year. So.
The program now is on the rise, and it's been on the rise ever since I left, and that's the way it should be going. I see all the guys now, all the kids wearing all the fresh gear and all the new nice uniforms, have the new turf. I think the coaching staff and everybody in the program as a whole is doing a great job, and I wish them all the best. As far as from where I was, we had Coach O'Connor. I mean, he left a legacy on his own, but I feel like this coach now with multiple state championships, you can't really ask for more. So I think they're doing a great job.
So a long time ago, I was in high school, and it's a huge difference, especially with the equipment, the time commitment, strategy. We're in a great place right now with Coach Cutmars, and if I had to do it over again, I wish I was playing now for Coach.
Differences I would say no, because I had the honor to play under Coach K. He's still the head coach here. So he came in actually my sophomore year, and I was always a kind of a part of the program. One of my best friends who also was Coach K. His dad was retired for a long time. So I was coming to Valley in the second grade, and I really got to see where the program was and where it is now, and when Coach K came and how it changed. So I would say there's definitely, when I played, there's no changing. It wasn't the same head coach, he does a good job changing the culture. But when I was little, it was different. At the end of the day, Hills was already a big brother, and we kind of got beat up by them. When Coach K came, the culture changed, and we started believing in ourselves, stopped worrying about the other side of town, started worrying about ourselves. So we've been very successful.
I think the program has made tremendous strides. When I was in high school, we didn't have a turf field, and that was probably the biggest change that I've seen. I mean, later in the season, we were playing on a field that was covered in mud and dirt, so it was tough to play in those circumstances. But the coaching staff and the school has done a tremendous job, not only building the facilities, but also the weight room. I think that there's been improvements in the weight room, top-notch facilities, so that these athletes are really able to flourish under the best circumstances. And maybe I'm a little bit jealous, but I wish I kind of had some of those opportunities.
I think we were just in different conferences. The way that the schedules and everything lined up, we just never played each other. Of course, we knew each other from Wayne Hills, and from PAL and Boys Club, and growing up, a lot of those guys were really close friends of ours, even family and cousins and stuff. But I feel like the rivalry now is just grown so much. The only time we would play each other would be either in the playoffs or in the championship, like we played in 2007. But now every year it's just a built-up rivalry where you're going to bring the town together, and it's going to be a great night, win or lose. It's bringing the town together.
I mean, it's always been a great rivalry, but it's not the whole point of the season. It's just one game. I mean, sure, it's a big game.
It's another game.
Yeah, it's another game. And sure, it's a big game, but like the town, cross-town rivalry.
I love the rivalry. I love the hype.
Yeah.
So good. It's Hills Week, obviously. It's this Friday.
Yeah.
It's just to build up emotions and excitement.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it took so long. I know that they were always on the different sides. There's two sides to the division. They were always on the other side. And that the only way we were ever going to play against each other was if it was in the state championship. We did end up playing them in the state championship. It didn't work out in our favor, but it was something that I always wanted to do because, like I mentioned earlier on, that a lot of my teammates in high school were my Pee Wee football teammates. But to the counterpoint to that, a lot of my football teammates that actually went on to play at Wayne Hills. So it was a little bit of a bragging right, and they got the best of us. But
I don't mind being separate, but when we're together, I don't mind that also because the rivalry is a good competitive rivalry. I think it brings out the best in our players and the best in our coaching staff.
The reason why people play and it still kind of goes on to this day is a whole rivalry aspect of it. More education is kind of worried about grit and opposite sides. But in 1991, there was no change in it. The whole team was very distinct to play the state championship. So after that, I mean, it still was a long time that they played. But I'm not sure why they started playing in 2009. I guess they just improved that a little bit. But I think it's been a great thing for the town. And to be honest, it's the best league ever.
Wayne Valley and Wayne Hills are set to play against each other on Friday, September 22nd. Like last year, this game is going to be an orange out in honor of Rocco Civilella. As the boys are preparing for the One Town, One Heart game, what are your thoughts on how this rivalry's changed throughout the last few years?
I definitely feel like it's definitely brought the towns together, the communities together. I know when I was growing up, it was definitely a big rivalry where even now to this day, I bought a house on the Wayne Hill side, and I don't know if I can go about wearing the maroon clothing. But it's great to have the orange out and bringing everybody together, especially for a great cause with the Rocco Foundation. So it's great to see, and I'll definitely be there wearing orange.
yeah, I mean, this is football, and then these circumstances are bigger than life. This orange out, it is, like I mentioned, it's bigger than life. I mean, football is just a game, but I'm glad that we're able to compete and we're able to play against Wayne Hills.
It's still going to be a battle, but it's something that our teams and coaches respect each other. In the beginning and at the end of the game, whoever wins, you lose, you shake hands. And these are, if you look at the players, they played against each other or with each other growing up with PAL Boys Club, and so they know each other. And so, like I said before, I think it brings out the best in our players, and hopefully also with our community. And Rocco, you all have that, with us at this point.
Rivalries changed in the sense where there's more social media now. Obviously, the president having the Rocco all together, all working on it, it's awesome to see. But come Friday night, it's going to be a battle. And football will be one winner and one loser. So it's the same.
I think with what's happened with Rocco, it's brought the teams a little bit closer. But make no mistake, come Friday night, one team's going to win and one team's going to lose. It's going to be a smash mouth game. And even last year at the end of the game, some things that went on, some words were said on both sides, and that's always going to be there. Both teams want to win, and it's a rivalry game, so both teams want to win that game probably more than any other one on their schedule. And if they win that game this season, no matter what your final record is, kind of look at your season as a success. So I don't think the rivalries changed that much. Maybe some of the back and forth that have gone on in past years, maybe that's not going on the same way as it did back 10, 15 years ago when the rivalry started. But at the end of the day, both teams are going to want to win. Both teams are going to play hard, hyped up. It's going to be hooting and hollering. It's going to be an exciting match.
It's hard to entertain Rocco and boys in the town. And but like as far as like playing wise, make sure he lives on our mind and our mind. So I don't know, it's a good thing to remember.
Okay. So from your guys' perspective, do you feel that the whole Wayne Valley football program is like a big family?
Yeah, that's the most important thing about it. And that's when I saw some of Coach Collars, and when he came in here, he saw that we were lacking a little bit of spirit and stuff, and I feel he brought that together on TV, and that's like our biggest motto.
Definitely Wayne Valley football is the way it is today, and it's been the past several years with Coach Alumni. When I played football for Wayne Valley, there wasn't so much that family atmosphere, but I still have two of my best friends today who are on that team back in 1978. And I coached high school football for 30 plus years. And we always stressed family and just being together as one, having each other's backs, and doing stuff.
Definitely my best friends this day is they've always been my best friends, and those relationships we build through football, through sports. Like I'm sure like I said, it's the grind. You see each other from the high, can't breathe, we're swimming, we're hurting, this and that. And we really build a bond. Outside of the sport, you would never see your friend in a vulnerable position. You never have to step into your friend and help them out in this situation. So I think football is obviously football family goal.
I actually coached here when I started with two of the other captains of my senior class. So I've grown up with them. My circle of friends outside of work probably includes most of my friends that I played with back in the late 90s. Guys that I played football with are probably the guys that I'm closest with and I see the most out and about.
Yeah, most definitely. I saw Chris before here. We see each other quite often, even now to this day. I mean, it's been like 15 years since we've been playing with each other. Those guys are always going to be my family. We spend so much time together, day in and day out at practice. When people and all your other friends are down the shore hanging out during the summertime, we're lifting and building that bond together. So it's definitely a big family that you get to grow with, and it's something that I cherish to this day with those friends.
You guys both clearly have a passion for football. Chris, you played in the NFL for some time. Matt, did you consider going professional? And Chris, what made you want to go professional?
Good, Chris.
I mean, yeah, since I was a little kid, I think every little boy that grows up playing football wants to make it to the NFL. So that was always an aspiration. But yeah, you got to start one step at a time. So it was always high school. I want to play varsity. College, I want to get a scholarship. And then I was fortunate enough to play in the NFL.
Yeah, definitely. Like what Chris was saying, definitely you start off play young and you have dreams and aspirations of making it to the NFL, making it to the league, being on TV and stuff like that. And you get to play with all your friends and stuff in high school. Hopefully get a scholarship and play at the collegiate level. But I didn't have the opportunity to play in the NFL. Obviously, it was definitely a dream of mine. But
we'll live all that science and speed. So I did wrestle for Wayne Valley. I did wrestle in college. I'm fortunate enough to get a job right out of college, teaching phys ed and health, and coaching football, wrestling, and baseball at that time. And I stayed with wrestling and football for, like I said, 30 plus years, coaching at the high school level.
So I mean, like every other person I think that played football, everyone's dream is to play professional at the end of the day. I had the honor to be able to play professional football for a couple of years, so that did cross my mind. You know, there's definitely I had multiple teammates to this day that play in the NFL, so definitely crossed my mind. COVID happened and I ended up transferring back home to the new school at Chickensburg, which still sending a couple of kids to the NFL. So at the end of the day, it was always the end goal, but I knew how hard it was to get there. So I used football as to get my way through free education and to do what I love. At the end of the day, I always say like I've never loved anything or been happy with it unless I'm involved in it.
I played 4 years at Muhlenberg College, which is Division III. I earned 3 varsity letters while I was there. As a Division III player, never really had much of an option to go pro. I was kind of a specialist. I was a long snapper. So it's hard from that level, unless you're really the best of the best, to make it to a pro. But I think my college experience kind of cemented the fact that I did want to coach, and that was going to be an option for me as I.
Right now, yeah, I mean, I've always had dreams to play in college, and then I mean, eventually probably my dream. But right now, yeah, I'm just seeing how the season plays out, and then something to worry about.
And our final question: is there any advice that you want to give to the underclassmen who are part of the program as seniors? Anything that you've learned throughout the years that you want to pass down as like your legacy?
Work ethic, definitely work ethic. Every single day when you come in, just do the most of the do everything out of it. You know, that's,
make sure like as just the vehicle to be and to get everyone engaged. So everything. Just so
To be successful is all about having that. So we always say, at the end of the day, you be a little bit better football player and you can be a little bit better person. So, we really want to be together as one, but effort and attitude is up to the individual player. So the coaches will motivate our players to give their best, but I think it's still inside you to do that and to push each other.
Just embrace the moment. It's still a valid game. You don't like it. Like I said, I played college. I talked with a lot of people. Crosstown rivalry don't have one. And this is it's a very special thing. It's a very special thing in the town. We have people playing with these kids since they were, we play with kids in the second grade. Now we're going to high school and make it complete. But at the end of the day, taking the moment. Maybe take a second after going out and really look around. Just be like, wow. Just enjoy and embrace how the beautiful and the love of the game we have.
I think the best advice that I can have or that I can give is that you should embrace it. It goes very, very quickly, and you're not going to realize until it's over how much it really meant. You kind of take things for granted, all the practices, all the sprints, all the lifting, all the grind that you go through as teammates. 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road. That's why so many of the players that you're going to interview are going to say kind of the same thing, that they still keep in touch and are closest to the guys that they were teammates with because they went through it together, they went through the highs and lows together, and I think the best advice
Want to start?
I would say just take it one play and one practice at a time. Don't take anything for granted. You're gonna miss a lot of the small things, like especially I miss like the bus rides before and after the games and stuff like that. Just cherish the little things because it goes by so fast. I know as cliche as it sounds. I would just grind it and work as hard as you possibly can and do the best you can each and every day, and it should turn out well for you. They 10 seconds to 10.